Hello. All right, so hopefully you guys can hear me, and I know it's been a while since I've actually set up my camera and a light to actually do. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hi, look who's back, or look who's here right now. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I know it's been over a year since I've last updated, and we don't have to get into that. My life is crazy. Everybody's life is crazy. You know, whatever. I fell off and decided that I wanted to get back into the flow of making videos. So I spent the past 3 months thinking about it, creating plans of things to video or things to film, and just not doing it because there was like this mental barrier in my head to actually setting up the camera and filming, or just actually sitting down to express the thoughts that float through my head. And then if you follow me on Instagram, you kind of can tell that there as well. I don't update quite as much as I used to. Just recently I started updating more on my Twitter. I've just been keeping to myself, but no more, she said, no more. So here we are. This is my little hello world video to let you guys know that I'm still here, I'm alive, and I am back to updating regularly. And when I say regularly, like, listen, I sat and made little plans for like the next 4 or 5 months of things that I want to update. So if I do not update, then there's honestly no excuse. It's just because I didn't want to, which I know I spoke about briefly in another video before, where I said that I kind of only update or post things when I feel like it, and not just to like appease the algorithm or the masses, whoever the masses may be, mostly because this is my hobby, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do it if I really am not feeling it. So there's that. What to expect. Hopefully I'm not going too fast. I really kind of just wanted this to be like a, hey, I'm alive, yay, type of video, you know? I'm going to still be updating about sewing. I have slowly started to get back into sewing. And by slowly, I mean that, you know, I sew a couple of seams here and there. I'm not in a big rush to finish things in like a timely manner. Everything that I'm making for my wardrobe for, you know, like pretty far out, or things that I plan on keeping for a long time. So when I finish it, doesn't kind of really matter. I also don't want to fall into the trap of feeling as though I need to sew something new every week. It's like the same thing as buying something new every week. You don't need all that stuff. And that is something that I do want to talk about in the video, but I'm just letting you know, like, I am doing more of like a slow sewing, just not the hand sewing type of thing, but like a slow sewing type of flow with me. So I will be updating more reviews on sewing. I do have like sewing patterns. There's quite a few that I've done over the past like month or two that I do want to review. Like, I've made like my 500th Wilder gown, and I'm going to make another one for my friend because she asked for it. And then I also have been dabbling into like making swimwear. I'm trying out mocha patterns because I need more blouses, and they had 2 blouses that I really liked. So just little things like that. I'll be updating on, and maybe I have some patterns that I've done that I don't think that I've posted or talked about on this channel or like reviewed here. So I'll get to those. I'm going to kind of probably be expanding a little bit. This won't be just like a sewing channel. I don't think it ever really was just a sewing channel. It just so happened that I updated a lot about sewing. But I'm going to be starting to study for the JLPT again, thinking about taking it next year. N1, only problem with that is I haven't studied Japanese since, you know, things with my life. So I'll probably start, you know, reviewing like N2 stuff, getting back into reading. I'm going to be reading books in Japanese, so I might do some book reviews because I do find some interesting books. Like right now I am stuck reading My Happy Marriage because it's getting an anime, and I was like, what is this about? So I went ahead and I bought the manga, and I read up to like I read the manga, which leaves you into the middle of volume 2. And then after I finished the manga, I was like, oh my God, I like this. Romance? What? Am I a secret romance girly? Yes. So I went ahead and I bought the light novel, volume 2 and 3, but I bought it in English. I cheated, okay, because I was ready to read it right then and there. And I was like, oh my God, I think I'm ready to continue with this. So I'm going to probably order volumes 4 through 6 in Japanese. And I know it's going to be a slog because I can tell with the English, like, you know, it's going to be a little difficult probably for me, but I like it so much, I'm going to do it anyway. If you're looking for like a kind of like into level book, I think I've said this like a billion times, but you know, one of my favorite books in Japanese that I've read was GQ 300 en no Shinigami, and that's by Fujimaru. Great story. I felt it in my soul when I read it. There's another one. It's like Na no Nai Shisha, I think it's called. Hold on, let me look it up. Yes, Na no Nai Shisha. And that is by Yamada Yusuke. And that was another one that I really enjoyed. Both of those books were ones that I was like, yo, I picked it up and I just couldn't put it down. So yeah, we're going to be talking about Japanese studies. I'm getting my studies started this month for the month of March. We'll be talking about sewing, and I'm getting ready to get my gardening. Look, I didn't even garden last year. Like, my life was just a mess. You know, I gardened in like 2020, and I kind of was trying in 2021, and then I fell off in 2020. Like at the end of 2021, like completely, and then didn't do nothing in 2022. Like, I'm surprised my strawberries still grew. So I'm trying to get my garden back together. I'm getting back into like my baking and, you know, all my little homey things that make me feel like I'm at home when I'm at home, and that feel good, you know, because that's very important. So we'll be talking about those things, and then just little topics that I find interesting. Like I said, I keep a running list now of ideas, and I have everything planned out on a calendar, so we shall see how it goes. I'm really happy if you have been a subscriber to my channel and you're like, oh, where did Angel go? You know, I'm glad that you're back, and if you're not back, well, I'll see you at some point. It's fine. And if you're new, hey, look, we're doing what we can over here. This is like a no pressure zone. We're just chilling, just cooling it. So that's it. That's my little hello world update. And yeah, so keep tuned, keep watching, or whatever the words are, and I'll see you soon.